In today's show, we're taking a look from McFarlane Toys, DC Multiverse, Zack Snyder's Justice League, Steppenwolf. Stay tuned. All right, guys, welcome back to the show. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to R.P.Animations. I am your host, Red. And you know what, guys? We're doing an oldie but goodie here. And we're going to talk about everything, how I got into it. Going to give out two special shout outs for a moment on this review that we're going to get into. But I decided to get this guy, even though I was reluctant that I didn't want to get him because I thought, I already have Darkseid. Why do I need to get a middleman? But you know what? Let me explain real quickly, then we'll go into the shout outs and everything else. I was actually sitting down for my next reviews, writing down my script, and I was thinking about Steppenwolf. For some reason, I was thinking about him because I remember in the Zack Snyder, not that Joss Whedon garbage that he did. And we're going to do a little comparison when you watch the video. I'm going to put in picture. But I was wondering, and if anybody knows, please leave in the comment section below. What was Steppenwolf's betrayal to Darkseid? Why was he punished, and why did he owe Darkseid 10,000 worlds before he was forgiven? So if anybody knows the answer, because I tried looking for it, but it just so happened that my girl's sister was here, or my sister-in-law was here visiting. She had never seen Justice League, and I made sure she didn't watch Joss Whedon's Justice League, because in this household, we don't watch male feminist movies. I wanted to show her Zack Snyder's Justice League the way he intended it before his daughter's, situation in the family, the death of his daughter, before he had to step away making the movie. So first, I'm going to give a shout out to my sister-in-law, who ended up, out of all the characters, this is her favorite one. So this is the reason why I got it. And I got it in a good price. I got it for $15 versus the $60 or $40 he was going for. So, Yapa, esto es para ti, para que veas que vamos a hacer review, pero sí va a estar en inglés, pero aquí tengo Steppenwolf para que lo veas en persona, el review que voy a hacer de él hoy, y vamos a comparar todo lo que él tiene en esta figura comparado con las que ya McFarlane ha hecho en muchos años de las otras figuras y lo que se mueve. Así que este video es para ti, Yapa. So, with that said, I've got it out in Spanish to my sister-in-law, the shout out to her, dedicated to her, but I'm also dedicating this video to Vanimation Films. Guys, before the haters start coming into my comments or the chills, I'm not paid by Jonathan or his brother, Vanimation Films. It just so happened that right now, that channel is giving us movies. And I say movies because even though his stop motion animation is 20 minutes, when you go to the playlist and you play them all, you get a 3-hour movie where he's giving us what the studio is not giving us. And you know what? He's not copying the movies. He's giving us original storytelling, multiverse worlds, different characters, conflict. So you know what? I'm giving a shout out to him. If you're into stop motion, you need to go to Vanimation Films, and I'm going to leave the description to his channel. And then, like I said, he's not paying me to be here. I'm not giving him a shout out. There's no kickbacks. You guys know I shoot from the hip and I speak the truth. Now, let's jump in because we got to get another thing out of the way. I'm going to put it for the first time in all my videos and in picture with picture. So I'm putting him here on this side here, Steppenwolf of his face, because then I'm going to put what that idiot male feminist Joss Whedon created, so you guys can see night and day to what Zack Snyder's vision for Steppenwolf. So you guys can see what that jackass did compared to it. Not to mention, guys, why I hate Joss Whedon. When Zack Snyder's daughter passed away, he should have, as a good co-worker and honoring a fellow director, he should have filmed his dream, not the male feminist garbage that he created. So with that said, we're going to get some housekeeping done. But what happened was, this figure out of the packaging, guys, if you do get it and you haven't gotten it, is extremely stiff. So you're going to have to hit it with the blow dryer so you don't mess up the pegs. I forgot that this figure is actually 4 years old, the same time as this channel. And that's how I discovered that McFarlane figures are extremely top heavy. So I am using the the stand. For this one, I'm going to use the stand, even though I'm always saying I would rather give this up for extra hands. We don't need it here because just the presence and the aesthetics of this figure alone are totally amazing. But let's jump into the housekeeping. This is the card that came with it. As you can see, guys, it's got the actual artwork or CGI from the movie. Amazing. And unfortunately, in the back, it doesn't say what his betrayal was to Darkseid. So once again, guys, if you don't, if you do know it, let me know. And if you notice where it says source on the top, guess whose Justice League they're saying? That's right, Zack Snyder's Justice League. The best and the only one. This is why we need to restore the Snyderverse. But if we can't restore the Snyderverse, never fear, the Redverse is already coming because I am stepping more into the ground of stop motion. Now, the next thing, guys, that I want to talk about is I had to heat up the hands because the axe that comes with him is not a flimsy axe. It's actually the way I've been saying McFarlane, which is his earlier axes came, or weapons are not flimsy, but the hands were extremely tight, so I needed to mold them around the hand, and I had to hit here, these areas here, so the pegs don't break. They're on a ratchet system, extremely hard to move. I had to hit the entire body with a blow dryer. So, guys, I'm going to take the figure off screen before we look at him so we can look at his fire axe first and all the details that come with it. Bear with me, guys. I'm off camera. Here's the axe. And let me put him back on the peg, even though in 4 years you guys still love those bloopers, but it just annoys me when they fall over. So forgive me for not giving you bloopers, guys. Let's put him back here on the peg. And like I said, extremely top heavy. And it's around the same time that this channel started where I discovered a lot of the McFarlane. But take a look at the details of the fire axe. The fact that the fire axe that he wields is not magic, but advanced engineering that it almost looks like magic, the way he welded like the mother boxes, the ending of it, and things like that. Absolutely gorgeous, guys. It's got a nice dirty wash to the metal, like he's been in battle. In my opinion, I would have liked another wash, but since this is the only figure that I got and it's the only figure I'm going to buy, I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to leave it as is, especially the fact that I learned the hard way when I first started this channel about the toy community that toys are not forever. If you don't get them right away, you're going to have to buy it from a scalper, and I learned that the hard way, and that's probably why I also didn't get them, because I didn't feel like paying $60 or $70 for a figure I really wasn't too much interested in. Now, let's talk about the man of the hour. This is Zack Snyder's version. Look at that shimmering armor. A true armor, almost like of the old days. Be careful with these guys. They're not going to cut you, but they're very hard plastic, so they are a little pointy, and they do stab at your fingers. We're going to take a look at the muscle structure of this guy. Look at those traps. Jesus, look at these traps. This guy's been doing shoulders on his day off that he's not helping Darkseid. And then we've got the uniform. Obviously, it's a little bit flexible here, but you can't lift it that much. And look at the details of Steppenwolf's face. You guys can see that the horns are absolutely beautiful. Now, the comic book version, I'm going to be honest with you, is trash compared to Zack Snyder's vision. And I'm not a Zack Snyder's chill. You guys know that I am a Nolan guy, not a Snyder, but I still love Snyder. I love everything that he's been doing and the vision that he gave us. So let's go into the articulation, guys. The head is on a ball joint, and as you can see, it rotates 360. Not that we'll be doing any exorcism stuff or exorcist stuff with our figures, but what I like is how smooth and butter the head actually moves. I don't know if this is going to be a concern to you stop motion animators if it's too loose. So if it is, you're probably going to have to add sticky tack to the head to just control a little bit, but it is very smooth as butter. The arms are on a ratchet system. You can hear it, and it goes out this far, guys. But in order to do that without breaking the socket or without breaking the pin, because it's not on a butterfly joint, I had to really heat this up. Do we get a bicep swivel? Absolutely, it's in there. Sadly, guys, I think McFarlane should have given us a double pinned elbow to get more of a reach, but that's okay. This guy doesn't need it. The hands is on a very smooth ratchet, but you do get that mobility there. However, I don't think you get a swivel with that because I think the swivel is all on the bicep. We are on a dumbbell joint in the middle and the waist. The diaper is soft, guys, and I know that you guys sometimes hate calling it diaper, but that's what it is. So it's not going to interfere when you're animating this guy. If he needs to try to kick Superman, he does give a kick like that. However, sadly, guys, it's only on a single joint pin. So this probably the only. Do we get a thigh swivel? Absolutely, because the diaper has been cut to give you that thigh swivel where the double pin is limiting the articulation. What I love also is that he gave it like that insect hoof to it. And believe it or not, guys, the hoofs are not together. They're separate articulation, which I've never seen in any of the figures, even as old as this. However, it is on the oddball joint, not on the sculpted new one with the boot or the cover of it. So all is there. So overall, guys, I'm very sorry that I critiqued this figure before and I didn't get it. I'm actually blown away. And thanks to, oh, here we go, guys. This is what I was talking about. The pin is so stiff that it does come off. So you got to be careful so you don't break it. It took 4 years for me to realize what an amazing figure this is, how articulated it is, and how great this villain you can use in your stop motion. So with that said, guys, let me know what you think, guys. Let me know if today's review was good. Give me some feedback. Give me some love. So go ahead and hit the like, hit the share, hit the bell, and most importantly, because I love your faces, subscribe to the channel like you guys have been doing. You guys are making my dreams come true of becoming a full-time YouTuber. So thank you so much to all my wonderful followers that have been with me the last 4 years. Thank you to my new ones. I'm very appreciative of all of you. I know it's an older figure. Some of you have already seen other reviews. The first time I'm doing it, but wanted to give some special shout outs out there. So with that said, guys, I think me and Steppenwolf are done. We're done, babbling over this guy, drooling over him, which he looks fantastic. The glimmer, the shimmer looks great. So we're done. And guess what, guys? We are boom-tooming out of here.